I'm sitting inside a brand new caravan by a brand new manufacturer, Gold Class Caravans. The van is the AC19C. That stands for Adventure Class 19-foot couples van. And I'm with my new mate, Adrian from Gold Class Caravans. Now, Adrian's the bloke who actually designed this caravan. So I'm gonna ask him a few questions about some of the challenges involved in building a caravan. Now, I should say, Gold Class, it's a new brand, but it is from a very established manufacturer. I'm referring to Market Direct Group. So Gold Class sits under that Market Direct Group umbrella. Adrian, what did you find when building this caravan, when designing it? What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome?
Yeah, firstly, great to be here today, Max. Thanks for taking the time to do this review for us. I suppose it's a great question because when you're designing a caravan like this, particularly the AC19C, we do warrant it for full off-road. So with that, customers are going to expect a certain amount of spec level within this product. And with that comes challenges, namely weight and obviously the towability. So this needs to be suitable for all types of terrain. And how do we get that package under 3.5 tonne? Because that's the sweet spot for a caravan of this nature. We start going over that, it's not as enticing. So that's the first and foremost, that's the biggest challenge. The second challenge, we're importing products from our manufacturer overseas. To be able to squeeze those into a container, our vans are by nature a little bit narrower. So that causes complexity inside the van, particularly with the layouts and the configuration. So that was, I won't say a hurdle, but a challenge that we had to overcome because there are expectations in the Australian market and we need to meet those expectations in this product to be competitive.
You talked about importing the caravan, so let's talk about that a little bit more. It's no secret that the caravans from Market Direct Group, the trailers are built in China and they're shipped over to Australia, but then what happens once they're here at your factory?
We have an exclusive agreement with our manufacturer overseas, which means that they only build for us, and that comes with a host of benefits. A, we can control the quality of the product and what goes in the van. 2, we can control the compliance of the product. And 3, we can ensure that we're meeting the supplier expectations in terms of fitment, and when it gets to Australia, it's to the standard that we expect.
So what about things like the air conditioner, the suspension and that sort of thing? Because you've got to fit it into a container. So do you need to fit that sort of stuff afterwards?
The van comes over approximately 90% complete. In this instance, you'll have items on the roof like the air conditioner, solar panels, you've got your Cowfish 5G antenna on this particular model, and then you've got your running gear underneath. So that will come disassembled and we'll assemble that in our facility up in Brisbane.
So there are a few points of difference that I noticed straight away about this caravan. The bed's a little bit more elevated. You've got those neat little storage boxes either side of the bed with the proper lid. What are some of your favourite parts?
I would say that the electrical system really stands out in a layout like this. To give you a quick overview of that, we've got 1225 watts of solar on the roof. The van comes with 2 Enerdrive 300 amp lithium batteries. So you've got 600 amps of lithium in total. They are the brand new Gen 3 batteries as well. We've got 2 MPPT solar chargers in this van. They're both 40 amp each. So you've got 80 amps of solar charging, and it also has a 40 amp DC-DC charger. So with that, you're able to actually run the air conditioner fully off-grid in this product, which is a huge bonus for those customers wanting to get off-grid.
So you got 1200 watts of solar, you got 600 amp hours of lithium, you've got your MPPT solar regulators. What about, there's got to be an inverter on board, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for bringing that up. I forgot that. So you've also got an Enerdrive 3000 watt inverter. That's 100 amp charging as well. So it's quite a beast of an electrical system, as you can appreciate.
So was that one of the things that you wanted to really address when establishing Gold Class and particularly the Adventure Class range, giving the van as much 12 volt oomph as possible?
This van is targeted for that consumer that wants to go off-grid for an extended period of time. And to reinforce that, we also back this van up with a full off-grid warranty as well. So you do get your Market Direct Group 2-year full warranty with a lifetime chassis and drawbar warranty. That does include the suspension as well, and in this case, you get your full off-road warranty with it.
Well, let's talk about the off-road warranty a little bit because there is a little bit of a grey area there. Some manufacturers, classify off-road as being something different, so where are the limitations around that for you?
So with this particular product, we say you can take it anywhere. Anywhere you can drive your car, you can take this van.
So non-gazetted roads?
Non-gazetted
roads,
along
the beach.
Ruts, water. Obviously there's some common sense that needs to prevail with any caravan. However, we do warrant it.
Okay, and what about the suspension system? This has got airbags.
Yes. The suspension system on this van is supported by Airbag Man. So we fit the Airbag Man airbags on this, and we've got the level 4 controller, which means that it has an auto height control. So Essentially, the van is already set up with a predetermined level. So when you get in the van, you flip it to auto, it goes to the datum point, and before you travel, you flick it to manual, and off you go, and you get a beautiful smooth ride with the airbags.
And looking around the Caravan, I mean, it's pretty well finished off. You must be pretty proud of what you've achieved here.
Absolutely. I mean, there's only so much you can fit inside a box, as you know, Max.
Yeah. but also nice little features like that mirror in the bathroom with a little power button on the glass itself. There's some 21st century technology here.
There's actually another sneaky feature in that mirror, which you probably didn't notice. So that left button is actually an anti-fog function.
Oh, it's got an anti-fog function as well.
It does.
Why does that not surprise me? Like the shower too, that's not bad. Talk to me about the weight of the Caravan. Where does it sit in terms of the tear?
So this one tears in at around 2950. We do rate the van to 3,500 ATM, so you get about a 550 kilo payload, which is suitable in a van of this size. I mean, I think you're going to be hard pressed to fit more than 550 kilos of stuff in it, if I'm being honest with you, because it does come with everything as standard. You don't need to bring your barbecue, you've got your outdoor cooking. You don't need to bring a generator, you've got your electrical system, which is self-sufficient. You don't need to worry about dust or any of that stuff. We've got a dust reduction system in the van as standard, so it's very well equipped.
So in terms of the construction, this has got an aluminium frame. Is it only available with aluminium frames, or can you do fiberglass sandwich panels and that sort of thing?
We do exclusively build our vans with laser welded aluminium frames. That is present in the side walls, the front, the rear and the roof. In terms of the floor, we run a one-piece honeycomb substrate, and the chassis is obviously a hot dip galvanised chassis. So we've eliminated as much timber as possible in the structure of the van, virtually rot-free. And
the cladding's composite aluminium.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. You know, I'd imagine you've done a little bit of real-world R&D with the Caravan. You've taken it out into the field.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've put the Caravan through its paces. We've done a lot of the hot spots up in the Queensland region, given that's where we produce the products or manufacture the products. We have taken it through a lot of water crossings to really prove that off-road capability, and it's just come back with glowing results. So
you touched on the affordability of the Caravan, but looking around, it doesn't seem like there's any skimping in terms of the features. There's a lot of gear here.
There is a lot of gear, Max. So we've got an induction cooktop from Dometic. We've also got a duplex oven from Thetford. We've got a 224 litre fridge and freezer from Thetford. In the ensuite, we've even put a washer and dryer in there. So you probably don't notice that just by looking at it. It looks like a regular washing machine, but it's actually got a dryer function, which is pretty cool. On the outside of the van, all the Adventure Class models come standard with a full electric awning. We've even got an external kitchen on the outside. It's got a Thetford 3 gas burner. And a separate sink plumbed with hot and cold water. We've got the external shower. We've got a fridge slide that accommodates up to a 95 litre portable fridge. On the back of the van, we've got a service ladder so you can climb up the top. You can clean your solar panels nice and easily. If you've got a Caravan cover, it makes it really easy to put that on. There's just so much to talk about. It's fantastic. It comes with a diesel heater as standard.
And this table, there's something unique about this table, isn't there? What happens?
Oh, I can show you.
Okay.
Got this little remote on the wall here, which you wouldn't even notice unless I gave you the demonstration, but
it's a fair bit easier than the ones with the push button on the bottom where you have to do with your foot.
It's fantastic. It's really convenient if you've got something like a laptop or something on the table and it's not quite the right height, so you can adjust it to suit your needs. Fantastic.
So with 1200 watts of solar, do we have a way to expand upon that with some portable panels?
Yeah, absolutely we do. So we've got an Anderson plug on the roadside of the van. It's a 30 amp Anderson plug, which means it's unregulated as well, which means you can plug in an unregulated panel and expand your solar capacity so you can get even more charge.
So this really is a premium offering to the market.
It's absolutely a premium offering, definitely. We feel like it really hits the mark and is able to be in the running with those other brands that are trying to compete in that market. So
in terms of accessing the internet, Adrian, when you're out on the road, what have we got here?
Yeah, so we've fitted these vans with a Cowfish van antenna. It's a 5G van antenna and it's also boosted with the Cosmo Starlink integration kit. So on the off side of the van, you'll notice a little plug where you plug your Starlink dish into, and when you're camping, I mean, we all know what Starlink's like. You can get reception anywhere, so you can literally work on the fly. It's fantastic.
Now you mentioned the van antenna. In my opinion, that's easily one of the best antennas on the market for caravans, and there's a reason for that. They're omnidirectional. Yep. They pick up your horizontally and vertically polarized signals, so no matter where you are, if you can access a signal, it's going to find it without having to worry about using a signal finder or anything like that.
Yeah, I second that. The Cowfish products have been fantastic. They've and they offer great support as well. So that's a bit of a shout out to the supplier on that one. But the quality of the product itself really stands up.
So what about the brand Gold Class itself? As I said, it does fall under the Market Direct Group umbrella. Therefore, it benefits from your nationwide network of dealers and servicing and that sort of thing. Does the Gold Class brand address any particular need in the market that Market Direct Group saw was needing to be filled?
That question is exactly what we asked ourselves before we started this program. In a nutshell, we wanted to produce a premium product backed by trusted brands. So you'll see around the van, we fit brand name products, Dometic, Thetford, etc. And we wanted to be able to offer that in a nice package and a really competitively priced package with top quality in mind. So we wanted this to look like something that was built here and you wouldn't even know the difference.
Well, the argument for buying exclusively Australian made when it comes to caravans isn't what it was 10 years ago. The market has changed dramatically, as has the quality of the products. Now, we were talking earlier and you sort of mentioned the fact that by having them built overseas and imported here and finished off, you're able to offer the customer some serious savings.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at the spec group of this particular layout and it's astounding what we can actually retail this for in Australia. And that's not to say that other manufacturers aren't capable of doing something like this, but we feel that it's a very compelling case. And to reinforce what I said before, you're not sacrificing quality. It's fantastic. It's really come a long way.
Well, congratulations, mate. I reckon this is a ripper caravan. If I had the opportunity, I'd love to take this out bush.
We'd love you to do so.
Oh, mate, good on you, Adrian. Appreciate the chat.
No worries, thank
Cheers,
you.
Mate.
Good on you, mate.
And don't forget, if you like this content and you want to see more of it in your feed, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel.